Have you ever felt like there's a weight pressing on your chest, as if you're failing at life because you're just lazy, like there's an invisible force pulling you back every time you try to start something new? Carl Jung believed what holds you back is not laziness, it's your shadow. Your shadow is the part of you that hides everything you don't want to admit. Your anger, your fears, your envy, your desires you'd never confess out loud. Jung said we spend our lives pushing all that into the dark because we're afraid of what people will think of us. But here's the truth. That darkness doesn't disappear. Instead, it takes control from the shadows, making you sabotage yourself over and over. So when you keep saying, "I'm lazy, I have no discipline," maybe that's not the real reason. Maybe it's your shadow making sure you stay exactly where you are, safe but unfulfilled. Jung believed that's why so many people feel stuck, because they're fighting the wrong enemy. They think discipline will fix everything. But discipline alone can't defeat an enemy you refuse to look at. You can make to-do lists, set alarms, read productivity books, but if your shadow is working against you, you'll find yourself back at zero every time. Jung warned that the shadow grows stronger the more you deny it. The parts of yourself you reject will come out in ways you don't expect. You'll procrastinate, ruin relationships, or abandon your dreams halfway, not because you're weak, but because your shadow is protecting you from facing pain or rejection. He believed that laziness is often a mask for fear. Fear of failing, fear of shining too bright and losing people's approval, or fear of discovering that you're far more powerful than you ever imagined. Because being powerful means taking responsibilities, and that terrifies most people. Here's the thing, your shadow wants to keep you safe, but it also keeps you small. It tells you, don't try too hard, don't stand out, don't risk getting hurt, and you listen because deep down, it's comforting to have an excuse. It's easier to say, "I'm lazy," than to admit you're scared of your own greatness. Jung said that to break free, you must bring your shadow into the light. You need to look at the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. The envy, the resentment, the secret ambitions. Not to judge them but to understand them, because once you integrate your shadow, it loses its power to sabotage you. So if you've been calling yourself lazy, ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? What's hiding in my shadow? Because Jung would say, the moment you shine a light on your shadow, you stop being its prisoner, and you start becoming who you truly are. And that's the beginning of real change. Not forcing yourself to hustle harder, but discovering the hidden forces inside you, the ones that keep whispering, stay small. Jung would tell you, you're not lazy, you're fighting an inner war, and it's time to finally win it. There's something important I want you to do right now. If this video is opening your eyes and you feel like you've been battling your own shadow, leave a comment below saying, I'm ready to face my shadow. When I see your comment, I'll know you're serious about transforming your life, and I'll give your comment a heart to show I believe in you. This might seem small, but trust me, writing it down makes it real. Jung believed that putting thoughts into words helps bring the unconscious into the conscious. It's like taking the first brave step toward shining light into your shadow. So drop that comment right now. It's your declaration that you're done letting your hidden fears run your life. And once you've done that, let's keep going, because there's so much more I want to share with you. Your shadow is clever. It doesn't always show up as fear or sadness. Sometimes it disguises itself as confidence or humor. People who joke about never finishing anything might actually be terrified of failing if they try. People who act overly confident might be hiding deep insecurities. Jung said that the brighter your conscious personality, the darker your shadow becomes. It's like living two lives. The one you show the world, and the one you keep locked away. But the problem is, your shadow leaks out when you least expect it. Sudden rage over small things, giving up just when you're about to succeed, sabotaging relationships that could change your life. That's your shadow trying to keep you safe. But safety comes at a huge cost. Never living your potential. So don't mistake self-sabotage for laziness. It's your shadow screaming for attention. And if you ignore it, it will keep getting louder. Jung said that what you resist persists. The only way out is through. That's why facing your shadow is not a luxury, it's survival. Because your entire life's direction depends on it. Your career, your relationships, your happiness. Everything is shaped by the parts of you that live in the dark. And the people who dare to look into their shadows, they're the ones who change their lives forever. They stop blaming laziness and start taking radical ownership. They transform pain into power. And that's what I want for you. So if you've left your comment, great job. Let's keep moving, because we're just getting started. If you've made it this far, it tells me one thing. You're not like most people. You're hungry for answers, for transformation. And that's why I want to ask you a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribing doesn't just help this channel grow. It's your way of telling yourself, I'm committed to this journey. It's a tiny action that plants a huge seed in your mind that your life can change, starting today. Jung believed that real change starts with small steps. A single decision can shift your entire path. And maybe for you, that small step today is clicking subscribe. Because every time you come back here, you're reminding yourself that you deserve a life without chains. Imagine waking up a year from now feeling proud of who you've become, feeling free from the invisible walls your shadow built around you. That's not a fantasy, it's what happens when you decide to face the truth. So be part of this tribe. Join the people who are ready to look deep inside and become unstoppable. Hit subscribe, and let's keep going together. The shadow doesn't have to win. The more you learn, the less it controls you. And that's why I'm here to walk this path with you, one insight at a time. Because the world needs people who've made peace with themselves. People who no longer hide who they are. People who are willing to shine, even if it scares them. And I believe you're one of those people. Subscribing is just the beginning, but it's the beginning of a life that's finally yours. So if you're serious about facing your shadow, hit subscribe. Let's keep exploring these truths that most people run away from. We've come this far, and maybe you're feeling a storm of emotions inside. It might feel heavy, but let me tell you, that means you're alive. Jung said that people would rather cling to any certainty, even living unhappily, than face the unknown within themselves. Yet it's in that unknown that true freedom lies. If you're tired of feeling stuck, you need the courage to look where no one else dares to look. Many believe facing the shadow is for weak or negative people, but Jung saw the opposite. Only the strong have the courage to face their own darkness. The weak spend their lives running from themselves, numbing themselves with work, addictions, or distractions just to avoid confronting the truth. Because facing your shadow is painful, but ignoring it costs you something far worse. Your entire life lived halfway. I know it's not easy. Sometimes your shadow makes you doubt everything you've achieved. It makes you feel like you're always starting over, never good enough. And in those moments, it's tempting to just give up. But Jung said the journey to becoming who you really are begins in darkness. There's no true light without first passing through shadows. Your fear of failing, or even your fear of succeeding, is often your shadow trying to protect you. It whispers that if you try something new, you'll be ridiculed, lose friends, or end up alone. But the worst loneliness isn't being without people. It's being surrounded by people and unable to be your true self. And that's what happens when your shadow runs your life. So if this video is helping you, I'm going to ask you right now, leave a like below. For you, it's just one click. But for me, it's proof that this work matters and keeps me motivated to create content that could change lives. Also, when you like the video, YouTube recognizes it as valuable and shows it to more people who might be trapped in the same shadows you're facing. Jung believed that no one transforms alone. We need each other to truly see ourselves. Sometimes all it takes is hearing someone say, I've been there too. That's why I'm here, speaking to you like a friend who wants you to succeed. Because if you're watching this far, you already have everything you need to change your story. Your shadow might feel monstrous now, but it's not invincible. It's just a part of you that hasn't been understood yet. And when you start talking to it, figuring out what it's trying to protect, something magical happens. You stop sabotaging yourself. You begin to move toward your best self, without fear, without masks, without needing to prove anything to anyone. Jung said the greatest tragedy isn't death, it's living your entire life without ever being yourself. Every day spent living to please others is a day you'll never get back. But it's never too late to start. Life is happening right now. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you've made or how many times your shadow has paralyzed you. What matters is what you choose to do next. Maybe you're thinking, okay, but where do I begin? Start by being honest with yourself. Ask, what am I avoiding? What terrifies me? Accept the answers, without judgment. Jung said that what we deny in ourselves ends up controlling us, but what we bring into consciousness sets us free. And to prove that you're different from the majority, I want to challenge you. If you watched until here, comment below the phrase, my shadow no longer controls me. When I see your comment, I'll leave you a heart, because I know you're ready to write a new chapter in your life. And remember, your shadow is not your enemy. It can become your greatest ally. All it takes is the courage to finally meet it.